Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you along. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Running it to the right. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. This series is littered with Florida State heartbreaks in close games, but the last time they met, it was the Noles pulling out a close one.
Florida State found a way to get it done. If you can not involve the kicker a lot of times in this series, things will go well, but they executed, they made the plays they needed to, they got one in a row, Paul, or can they get two?
And David, at the end of the day, it was just Florida State that executed better. They made a few more plays, a few more explosive plays, didn't make the same mental errors, and that's why they won that game close.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about.
Holding, receiver team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Going to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking downfield, it's Hartman. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the 1st down. And the Hurricanes will punt it away on 4th down.
Now, 4th down.
He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll give it to the back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll leave it with him. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. When you think of the significance of these 2 programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these 2 teams played, Miami and Florida State.
And that pass intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Not much went right in the first half, hoping for better things as they start this third quarter.
Yeah, and you've got to put that first half behind us. This offense has proven they're better than 3 points in the first half. Now, put this drive together, build some momentum, and let's see where this game can go.
But if you're on defense, keep the pedal to the metal. Stay aggressive. Everything you did in that first half worked perfectly. Let's continue that trend here in the second half.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The Seminoles are marching down the field. They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. The give to the back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. Try to get it on the ground. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. From that spot on the field, it almost takes the decision out of there. You almost have to go for it.
Well, you think about what punting gives you. Punting, you could end up with 15, 20 yards. That would be awful. So you have to go for it. Put your offense on the field. Listen, this is the situations where you trust your offense. If you want to score a lot of points and you want to listen to analytics, you absolutely go for this.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll go to the ground. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. Stop short of the marker. A first down for the offense. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Throws to the tight end. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Huge moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front, it's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10.
Touchdown, Florida State! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do.
You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock and it will be your friend. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Noles! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Offense set on 1st down. They'll try the run. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41? They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.